Happy Saturday! Today is August 17th, and I thought I would bring you a bit of an update, a personal update and an energy update. So what I'll do is I'll do the personal update first with a little bit of an explanation, and of course there's something there for you to learn too, and then I will do the energy update that runs from today through till the end of the month. Putting together some intel and some of my own intuitive view on what's happening for the rest of the month, and I will offer you the timestamp for that, so if you don't want to listen to the first part, you can go straight to the second part. Okay. Excuse me. Where have I been? I'm not really entirely sure, but I know that I've been on my own in a lot of quietness and stillness and doing a whole lot of nothing for almost a month now. I can sort of reflect back that it's connected, the timing of this was connected to that Capricorn full moon that came through on July 19th. I'm also a Capricorn. Around, say, like by the 20th, the 21st, coach, way shower, spiritual teacher Sheila, gone, completely gone. It was as though that full moon was more of an eclipse for me, and it may have been for many of you, than the actual eclipse back in April was. And so I observed it. I wondered, because I had done a video recently that triggered a lot of people, I wondered, was this my ego? Like, is my ego like really pumping the brakes here because of that sort of bad experience? No, it wasn't. I tried a couple of times to do some small videos and my body was just not cooperating. So what I began to really understand is, I talk about the Bluetooth, that your soul is Bluetoothed to your body, and that the more that my soul is animating my body, the more that through my body it is showing me what is the path and what is definitely not the path. So I tried to do a couple of videos a couple of times, and I was coughing and clearing my throat, and I couldn't get a stream of a sentence through clear enough to make any sense to anybody. My phone would just crap out in the middle of it. And so I was like, what the heck is happening? So then I let it go. And the next time I tried to do a video again, I really paid attention to my body, and I was like, oh, my body feels really like contracted. Like my body is telling me, no, I don't want you doing this right now. So I just let it be. And then, you know, the synchronicities come in that really clarified that message. In, for example, someone texted me about something and I replied back to her, and after I answered her, the message came through for her. It was guidance that said that cleaning up her quantum entanglement was important right now. And when I said it, I was like, oh, that was for me too. Like almost as though her reaching out to me was a way for them to pull that message through so I could actually see it. So when we're talking about quantum entanglement, what we're talking about is, remember, all things being energy. You and your field are energetic. And now what are you entangling yourself in, consciously and unconsciously, that may not be serving you? So the bigger question or observance that you can look at yourself is, for example, when you go on social media, it's the same thing as going to a mall. You may say, well, I only go on social media and I only look at certain people accounts that I really like, or certain content, or I just scroll past the stuff that I don't want to see. And I'm not bashing social media. It has a significant role to play in helping us connect with one another and learn and expand. I'm not bashing it, but from this particular quantum entanglement subject, I'm just using this to be very clear. You could say that you scroll past that which you're not interested in, or that you only go to certain people's accounts that you do resonate with their content. It's like saying I go to a mall, but I only go to that one store. Well, no, you're going to the whole mall. As soon as you walk in the doors to that mall, you are then energetically intertwining, entangling, and having a conversation energetically with everything and everyone that is in that mall and your energy field. It's the same with social media. So cleaning up our quantum entanglement has sort of been the theme for August. So if you found yourself pulling yourself back, or not resonating, or not feeling as called to, or not enjoying social media so much, or friend groups, or going to a mall, or doing some of the things that mean that your energy is exchanging a conversation with other people and numbers of other people, that's what will be going on for you, is that there was a period of energetic entanglement cleanup that was required in the month of August. In particular, for myself, because of, I know this sounds egoic and I don't mean it this way, like because of my public persona, I have entanglement with many more people, even though I live a very solitary life. My energetic entanglement and conversations between my energy field and the field of others there's a great number, particularly through my TikTok account. When people comment on my videos and ask questions, I'm not exchanging with just the linear words that they are saying in the typed comments. I feel the person that typed the comment. I often feel what it is that they are going through. When they ask me a question, I can discern that there is a global answer that I could do a video on, and then there's an answer that would be specific to that person that's asking. So I'm very aware of the effect that my energy has with other people, particularly in that sort of public platform foray. So this was all about this energetic entanglement cleanup. From another personal perspective, I know that my astrology, my hero's journey that is from the South Node to the North Node, is that I will be at some point walking away from more of that sort of public figure. It will have served me in my role as a coach, because I have learned, I've done my entire spiritual journey as a coach, being triggered by my clients, mirroring back and forth with my clients, helping my clients heal while I listen to myself, bringing through messages for them that were as much for me. There was that whole segment that probably ended around 2019. And then there has been my offering of pure and clean service to the collective that has been since then. But I know that outside of who Sheila is as a human and what she chooses to do with her time and how she spends her energy in a human way, that who I am outside of that is what the actual importance is of the work that is being done for the purpose of supporting ascension. So as I up-level, the collective up-levels. And I've spent a lot of time being mixed in with, learning from, and offering and entangling myself with the collective and the collective energy. It's not a bad thing, it's just all part of the process, but my astrology clearly shows that that part of me is the journey that I'm leaving that to embody more of my North Node. So again, for yourself, if that is something that you're really interested in, that's the part of your astrology you want to look at, and you don't need a reader to help you do that. You can look that up on your own. There's lots of free content on the internet. What you're looking for is what your South Node is, what you're mastered in already from a past life, and what you are leaving in this lifetime. Going to your North Node, which is sort of your graduation for this lifetime. Now, that hero's journey would typically take an entire life, and sometimes you wouldn't actually get it all done in one lifetime in the past. But because we are in an ascension lifetime, everything is expedited. Everything is divinely orchestrated to ensure that you do your full south node to north node in this lifetime, plus time to spare, because we ascend out of our astrology at some point in this lifetime. So you could be in your 20s and have an awareness that you are actually in the process of leaving your south node. You could be in your 40s and know that your life is starting to come together in more of a north node for you type of way. So it's an interesting thing to help you contextualize where you are in your journey. So I don't know what's coming next for me. I don't have the answers. I am not given anything ahead of time. So I'm just honoring it day by day and seeing what's next for me. It may be that I've just been pulled back for this August period, which I'm going to give you some more global energy update in a second. Or it could be that I'm being pulled back on a more permanent level to serve from a more energetic space rather than from an active role that I have been playing thus far. I don't know yet. So, excuse me. All right, we're at 11 minutes. So what we're going to talk about now is the energy update, and there's quite a lot going on. So today is August 17th, and today at around 1 o'clock, early afternoon Eastern Standard Time, there will be an immeasurable that will be coming in and getting stronger and stronger and stronger going through the night into tomorrow, which is the 18th. This is intel from Amanda Lorence. She's not on TikTok, she is on YouTube and on Facebook. So that is coming in the form of immeasurables. I've also sort of heard that we've had a CME in the last couple of days, and it might land this weekend with some solar activity as well. Then we go to the 18th, which is tomorrow, and Sandra Walter, who is also only on, I believe it's just Facebook and YouTube. She has been saying for a couple of months now that August 18th, we were going to go through another big shift. And this is more of a collective shift. So I'm seeing the two sort of marrying each other. Then we look at the astrology. The astrology is that on the 19th, we have two significant events. I'm not an astrologer, so please understand that this is layman's terms. But we have the Jupiter square Saturn window that is opening on the 18th that is going to run until June 2025. So what are the themes around that? Let's not make it complicated. Jupiter is about expansion and luck. It is expansion of the good if that's where you're at, and it's expansion of the not so good if that is where you're at. But then that's just a flushing out of the not so good so that you can get the good. It's neutral. But Jupiter is all about expansion. Saturn, it's squaring Saturn, which means they're facing each other off. Saturn is all about karma. It's the stern parent. It's about self-responsibility. It's about integrity. It's about doing things what you need to do and do it properly and do it with integrity. It's that sort of parent energy. So those two are sort of dancing with each other. Facing off sounds like they're fighting, but they're square with each other, so they are facing each other. And that is from August 19th until June 2025. So expect there to be expansion for those that have done the work on a personal level, and karma in a good way coming in, while in the collective we are going to see likely more expansion of what we don't want to see, and then sort of that stern parent energy, that Saturnian energy saying like everybody's karmic clock is coming up, like we've got to start dealing with this stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Also on the 19th, we have a super full moon in Aquarius square Uranus. So yes, I still say it. I'm a Gen Xer. I still say Uranus. So what that's all about is Aquarian energy is all about rebellion, humanitarianism, and truth. The higher consciousness, unity, focus, what is good for all. And your Uranus energy is all about expect the unexpected. So that's the full moon energy, the super full moon energy for the 19th. So we're looking at sort of these 4 energies that are all coming into play in and around this weekend and early into next week. Just pay attention to the themes. You can pick one word. We're looking at expansion, karma, humanitarian unity, expect the unexpected. So just remember those 4 themes. So that is sort of what is playing out over the next couple of days. What I'm seeing as I just sort of take a bigger look, and then there's one more event on the 29th I want to tell you about, is I'm taking these other teachers' intels that I have followed for years. They've never been wrong. Is looking at it from sort of a meta view. I think meta means big. A meta view, and unpacking it inside. Going, okay, what is playing out here? So what I'm seeing is that this is another sort of collective shift that is more about that 2-world split type of energy. Bashar talks about the glass wall that would be coming down. It's another phase in that, where we are being untangled from those that are not ascending. Not making anybody bad, but it's just time. It's where there's no longer, it's too much of a stretch to find an energetic match. So this is going to be more of a collective up-leveling. However it plays out for you, let it play out and let the untangling happen so that you can go through your own energetic cleanup so that you can shift into the vibratory field that you are meant to be in. What is coming on the 29th of August is from another teacher that I follow that is on Facebook as himself, Jason Estes. His teachings are on YouTube under MTVO Team. That's the account on YouTube. He's not on TikTok either. On the 29th, we are going to have, for the first time ever as a humanity, an unlocking of collective time. So in the past, we had to have some kind of structure put in place for humans to be able to all be able to exchange with each other, interplay with each other, learn from each other, and have certain experiences with and through each other that sort of kept us within a certain construct in order to allow that to happen. Because we all came in and continue to have had different vibratory frequencies. We are different origins at a soul level. So in order to ensure that the exchanges between humans could happen when they needed to happen, and that we didn't have people floating up here and people down here that were supposed to meet each other, how is that ever going to happen? We were time locked as a humanity in order to have the experiences we needed to have. On August 29th, for the first time ever, we will be unlocked from this time construct, which will mean your own sovereign vibratory state, the frequency held in your body, your soul's template and what it is ready for as far as an experience in a very sovereign, individual way, will now be the dictator of your reality. You will no longer be attached to this construct of human time, and I don't mean time on a clock or time zones in a physical way. I mean more from an energetic standpoint. So being unlocked from human time is also, it's a huge, huge opportunity for those of us that are awake and aware and have been on our journey to step more sovereignly into our own personal field of experience. But it is also a huge win for humanity on the whole, as we're not leaving anyone behind. Everyone is receiving the experience that they are meant to have, but that quantum entanglement piece component is going to be less enforced upon you and more of a conscious choice that you can make. So to allow everyone that level of sovereignty is a huge win for humanity. So that's all I have to offer you. It's where I've been, what I'm going through. I'm not entirely sure how, when, if, or what I'm going to come back as. When I really feel called to, and my body and my soul support me offering, I will offer updates like this from time to time. I am still available for one-on-one sessions. I'm not feeling that one-on-one exchange is as entangling as being out in the public foray as consistently as I was. So I'm just kind of letting it play out and dipping my toe in wherever it feels good to do so. Think about the quantum entanglement piece. Think about how, what, where, when, and with who, that you have people that are your followers that may have unknowingly attached themselves to you and your field, looking up to you as a teacher, a guru, a mentor. This could even be your grown children. Like if your grown children still look up to you, there's a detachment that needs to happen on an energetic level to allow them to be gifted back their sovereignty. It's a big, big topic. I unknowingly stepped into it, fell into it, was pushed into it for like this whole last month. But now I'm starting to piece together, based on what I offered you with the energetic update, exactly why this is happening. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. I'm not going to be engaging as much as I used to on some of the platforms, but I will answer your questions if you have them. And like I said, I am still available for one-on-one work, because that's very clean and tidy for me to work with. I hope that this helps you. Keep honoring your path. Keep honoring your path. No matter how much you don't understand. I really don't know what's happening with me and what is next for me, but in full faith, I am walking through it and walking myself through it as we go. So much, much love to each and every one of you. I hope that this helps. It's been an exciting month, and we'll see what the rest of the month, what the rest of the year has to bring. I will see you all on the other side. Bye for now.